Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark. I've been a driver for over 30 years, and I think people should get paid for all of their time, and we should get a good rate for it. So if you agree, it's time for you to subscribe. All right, today, let's talk about some guidance that the National Labor Relations Board just came out with. This overrules their 2014 guidance. That's what they said, and this is about whether or not you are an independent contractor. Now, lease operators, you're going to need to listen up, because these things, some of you are not even going to be able to pass this as a lease operator. And if you are a driver driving somebody else's truck, forget it. Here they go. So they're going to concentrate on operational freedoms now, and this is effective immediately, they said. So this overrules their old guidance and is effective immediately. You need to have the freedom to operate a business. So you need to be able to suffer a loss. That doesn't really change. That isn't a zero check. So if you're driving someone else's truck and you don't work that week and get a zero, that's not a loss. A loss is you don't drive and you still have a truck payment. All right, so you also need to be able to reject loads without any repercussions. So they send you a load to reject it, send you 20 loads, you reject them, no repercussions on it. Oh, we're not going to send you more loads. No, because you rejected a load, that's not allowed. You need to be able to reject loads for whatever reason you want or no reason. You need to be able to start and stop whenever you want. And they're saying you need to be able to not work for a day, a week, a month, or an indefinite period of time. It has to be up to you. The carrier cannot control your schedule like that. Okay, you need to be able to choose the type of truck that you use. They can't limit you to only this truck, or we lease these and this is the only kind of truck. You have to be able to choose the equipment that you're using. You have to be able to choose financing. So you have to be able to decide how the truck gets financed. You pay for it yourself in cash, you finance through them. You have to be able to make that choice. They can't limit the way that you finance the vehicle. Now, this is an interesting one. You have to be able to choose the maintenance schedule for the vehicle. The carrier cannot dictate every so many miles, 15,000, 30,000, whatever it is. They don't get to dictate when you bring the vehicle in for service. That's specific on there. They listed that. The operator needs to be able to choose the maintenance schedule. And all these are without repercussion. The carrier doesn't get to say, oh, well, we're not doing stuff for you because of that. It isn't up to them. It has to be up to you. They cannot dictate the schedule. And you have to be able to sell your services on the open market. And what they mean by that is you work for this place for a week, then you take your truck and go work somewhere else for a month. And so then there's a load over there, and you take the equipment that you are financing yourself and go work for somebody else for a month over there. Okay, and then you come back here and work, and there can't be any bad words or repercussions for that. You, as an independent contractor, the National Labor Relations Board says you need to be able to sell your services on the open market. Now, some downsides, some things that indicate you're not, is that do they require you to wear a uniform? The only thing that they can require you to wear, they said, is some kind of personal protective device, like a place that needs you to wear a vest for safety. They can't require a specific uniform. You must wear these uniforms. It's not allowed as an independent contractor. They cannot dictate your schedule. So they can't say you have to do this week, next week you'll do that. They can't say you must do this week. To be independent, you have to be able to choose to turn it down, to be able to do it or not do it. Dictating your schedule automatically indicates you're a company driver. By force dispatch is a good way to dictate your schedule. That's not allowed. And not allowing you to work elsewhere indicates that you're an employee, the National Labor Relations Board said. So if you cannot work at another place, you have to work here. You say, oh, well, for 3 weeks, I'm going to go work over there. And they go, well, no, then we're done here. That's not how it works. That's not an independent contractor relationship. That is an employee-employer relationship. So these override their 2014 guidance. These are effective immediately. And can you pass the test? If you were leasing, would you pass that test? That is their current test for independent contractor status. And if you're driving someone else's truck, there's no way you pass those tests. So it's something to consider when you're leasing a truck. Are you really an independent contractor, or are you actually just a glorified employee? All right, that's their guidance, and there you go, some breaking news. We'll be back soon with more news right here on Trucking Answers. Thanks for watching.